What's up, YouTube? This is our X108. This is going to be part 2 on how to tub any kit you want using styrene plastic to make this look and to save you money if you have any of these extra tires left from Pro Street kits, and if you don't want to ruin a nice kit. I'm going to show you how I start this process. I take the regular, this is an older frame, this is not the one that belongs to this, but this is a regular frame. This is what you want to do first. You notice there is a hole. I will explain that in a second. But some of these will come with pre-molded gas tanks. As you can see, you have an option of cutting this out, but for beginner first time doing this tubbing, I recommend to leave that in and just cover over it with plastic. Before you start this process, basically you're probably wondering about the back suspension in the front. Well, the kits that you get actually provide you for the back suspension and the front suspension. As you can see, this would be the front suspension. So you don't even have to modify that. Maybe a little bit if you want to lower the tires. That's about it. Now the back half usually comes like this, or it may come with the actual pieces on. So I will explain that in a different video, but for now I will show you how to tub. Step 1, you want to take your fat wheel, and what you want to do, sorry about the camera angle, is you want to line that up to make sure it's in the actual old tub. And after you line that up, you want to take a, let me set this down for a second, hopefully you can see this. You want to line this up, and you want to take your Sharpie marker or pencil, and you want to go from the point here and the other point, and what you want to do, you want to put a straight line across all the way until you get to the other side of where the fat tire is. There you go, sorry about that. And then you want to put a line going straight down. After that process, you can use your Dremel to cut it exactly out, and you may have to make little slits and use your pliers to break off some of the little excess, or your clippers, which are minor cuticle clippers, to cut some of it. After that, what you'll get is you'll see how the tire fits in there. It looks like it's a little bit too big of a hole, but it's actually not. So what happens is, after that, you want to come over to your pack of styrene that I told you to get. You want to use the 10, and what you want to do is you want to take a ruler. You want to measure how big this to this is. You want to make a line going down, and then you can use your scissors to cut what you need. And what that will do is, the reason why I use 10 is, let me set this down. Hopefully you can see this. What happens is, this is what your tub right here is actually. So you want to put that in there. You want to glue here and here, but you want to make sure you sand and make this all smooth. So after that, you will put this in here, and it can be as long as you want. And what happens is, this bends and warps to however you want it, and you glue it in there, and you leave it on there until it stays. You want to give it time to dry, that way your tires will sit in there. And after that, after it dries, it ends up looking like this, nice and good. And then after that step, after you let it dry, you want to take your, I believe it's 20 grit, 20, and you want to you can cut a whole piece about as big as you need, and you slide it in place of where your tubs are. And what happens is, it'll come out to here, and it'll look much more bigger. And you let that dry overnight, or as long as it needs to, and you take your scissors and you start to cut the tubbing into shape. So that'll allow you to take your tires, and it will look like an actual tub thing. You do need to sand it down into shape. And do keep in mind, if you do mess up with these and they're not even how they're supposed to be, you can always, the nice part is when you put that plastic in there, when you glue it in, you can actually play with this because it bends and it's actually nice, and see what I mean? It's very nice to use. Hopefully that's enough information. Hopefully it wasn't too quick for you to see or do. So that is it for step 2 of this how-to video, how to tub. Please leave me your comments and your thoughts. Please stay tuned for part 3.